Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are diving into one of Kubernetes' most powerful debugging tools, that is ephemeral containers in Kubernetes. If you have ever struggled to troubleshoot a broken or failing pod, or if you have been frustrated by missing debugging tools, stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what ephemeral containers are, but also how to use them effectively. So ephemeral containers are temporary containers that you can add to an existing pod for debugging purposes in Kubernetes. Unlike regular containers defined in pod specification, ephemeral containers are short-lived and do not persist across pod restarts. So once you restart the pod, this ephemeral container gets deleted automatically. Why we need to use this ephemeral containers? Imagine your application is running in production and something goes wrong. Your application container may not include tools you need to troubleshoot the issue. Instead of redeploying with a different image, you can attach a ephemeral container to inspect the pod's environment without disrupting the application. We'll go through few other examples in the next slide. So ephemeral containers are supported starting from Kubernetes version 1.22, and for clusters running Kubernetes 1.25 or later, ephemeral containers are enabled by default. kubectl exe command versus ephemeral containers. Now you might ask, why not just use kubectl exe command, which is helpful to debug your container further by logging into the container. So basically, kubectl exe allows you to execute commands inside a running container, but it requires that container is active, and also to troubleshoot you might need tools like telnet, nslookup, awk, all these tools which might be helpful for debugging, which might not be baked into that particular base image of your app. On other hand, ephemeral containers allow you to attach a completely new container with new image, which might have debugging tools, even if the target container is failing or missing those tools. If you see here, this particular command shows how to exit into the container for your troubleshooting, and at the same time, here if you see, we are actually creating a debug container using busybox as the base image, which most probably will have these debugging tools like awk, nslookup, telnet, all these curl, which might be helpful for your debugging. Also, one of the advantages of ephemeral containers are, let's say logs are stored in slash app slash logs, but they are not streamed as standard output. Then how would you check those logs? You can use kubectl logs command only if application is outputting the logs as standard out. That's when you will be able to see that all the logs when you perform kubectl logs and the pod name. So in those cases, this particular ephemeral container is very helpful. You can actually use this ephemeral container to view those logs. You can just cd to /app/logs, and then you can check all those logs in on the file system. And finally, if you wanted to delete this particular ephemeral container, you can simply restart your pod. Now you know what ephemeral containers are, why they are better than kubectl exe. If you found it helpful, subscribe for more content. Thank you.